Right now at 10, on pace for the most expensive race. A rundown of spending so far on campaigns for Wisconsin's Supreme Court seat. And Wisconsin leaders are asking Meta to help some small business owners who have had their pages hacked. Plus, a hometown hero. We meet the Monroe County deputy nominated by a whole class of fifth graders.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The state Supreme Court race is on pace to become the most expensive judicial race in Wisconsin state history. Political reporter Will Keneally explains where the money is coming from.
We know that these supposedly nonpartisan races eventually end up really being about Republican versus Democrat. Now the parties have more of an influence. It was a matter of minutes after Janet Protasiewicz was declared the winner in the state Supreme Court primary before the state Democratic Party had already endorsed her. And with that endorsement is expected to come money that the parties will spend on this spring's candidates. Already, the state Democratic Party has spent $23,500 on the Protasiewicz campaign, an in-kind contribution that the campaign describes as research. Now, we'll expect that contribution to increase as the campaign continues. And we would have expected to see similar expenditures on the conservative side, but we heard this from Dan Kelly on election night. Would you take money from the Republican Party?
Well, we're not taking money from the Republican Party.
Now, that would be a little bit of a departure from what Kelly has done in the past. When we look at his campaign from 2020, he took in $65,000 from the state Republican Party. That's for things like renting office space and mailers. Now, if we look at the Liberal running against him, she took in close to $1.3 million from the state Democratic Party over that same time. This tracks with trends that we've seen in the past decade. When this same seat was opened 10 years ago, conservative Pat Roggensack took in $21,000 from the party in in-kind donations. The liberal Ed Fallone took in nothing from the state party. But the key to remember in this election, money won't just be funneling in through the candidates or the parties. This recent ad run for Kelly was paid for by an outside spending group. And that's part of the millions that we're expecting to see pour into this race from outside spending groups, what is expected to be the most expensive Supreme Court race in Wisconsin history. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Thanks very much, Will. Meantime, bars in southeast Wisconsin could stay open until 4 a.m. during next year's Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. In Governor Tony Evers' budget proposal, 14 counties would be allowed to extend the open hours of taverns from July 15th to the 19th of 2024. Those counties would have to approve extended hours for bars. Now, a similar proposal to keep bars open until 4 was introduced when Milwaukee was supposed to host the 2020 Democratic National Convention, but that measure died once the pandemic hit. A Wisconsin senator and attorney general are calling on Facebook and Instagram's parent company to answer for poor customer service. Tammy Baldwin and Josh Kaul say Meta's self-help tool is not doing enough to help Wisconsin small businesses regain hacked Facebook and Instagram accounts. According to Baldwin's office, some businesses are waiting weeks or months to regain their accounts, and that lost time translates to lost money. In a shared statement, Baldwin and Kaul say Meta should provide infrastructure that actually helps users quickly.
Well, it was one of those days where it just kind of looked and felt like a Monday, didn't it? We had slop, we had slush, we had freezing rain and ice. We even had a few snowflakes off to the north and east. Now, here's why it was mainly liquid for most of us. Temperatures topping out between 34 in Viroqua to 38 in La Crosse, even some 41s in Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. The problem was this morning with road pavement temperatures a couple of degrees colder than the air temperatures. It was enough to cause some icing in some spots, especially the higher terrain areas to the north and east, even some sheltered colder valley locations, shady spots iced up a bit. But look at all of this liquid, over ½ inch in Eau Claire, almost 9/10 in La Crosse, 1.30 inches in Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. By the way, I've been getting some questions on what if that was all snow in La Crosse. A typical 13-to-1 snow ratio would have been just over 11 inches of snowfall. So some of you are happy about that. Others, maybe not so much. Currently, it is dry. Still some clouds left behind. Watch for some low clouds on the ridge tops, as well as that storm system is now pushed well to our east. But I'm already tracking another system off to the west. Now, current temperatures lower to middle 30s, so keep an eye on those roads. If they are wet, they may ice over a little bit overnight and for the Tuesday morning commute. Blustery winds overnight, lows in La Crosse around 26. School cast for tomorrow, last day of the month, last day of meteorological winter, 26 at 7 a.m., 37 degrees at lunchtime. Cloudy by afternoon, highs around 40 degrees, and those clouds will be increasing in advance of our next system that impacts the area tomorrow night. Not as strong, but I'll let you know the impacts coming up.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Back on the news side of things, 3 years after COVID-19 swept across the globe, there's still debate about how it first began. A new government report suggests it came from a lab leak in China, though it's unclear how certain that report is. CBS's Skylar Henry explains.
Sources tell CBS News a classified report from the Department of Energy suggests the COVID-19 pandemic began after the virus leaked from this laboratory in Wuhan, China. But the assessment was made with low confidence, meaning it may have been made with weak data or limited intelligence.
We really do want to know what happened here.
The White House says the jury is still out on the origins.
There is not a consensus right now in the U.S. government about exactly how COVID started.
Several agencies believe the virus was first transmitted from animals to humans at a Wuhan wet market.
We have to assume that both possibilities are real.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Michael Osterholm says looking forward is more important because more than 1 million Americans have died.
And we want somebody to blame. What I, as a scientist, want is an answer as to why it happened so that we can be better prepared so it doesn't happen again.
The State Department called on China to stop blocking the global health community from collecting the data they need to find answers.
We would wish to see from the PRC a greater degree of responsibility.
On Monday, Chinese officials denied the virus came from a lab. Republican Congressman Mike Gallagher, the chair of the Select Committee on China, demanded the Biden administration declassify intelligence related to COVID-19's origins. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A subcommittee on the pandemic will hold a hearing on its origins next week. A heads up for drivers. Construction on La Crosse Street starts up again next Monday. This phase of the La Crosse Street project will reconstruct the road between 22nd Street and Losey Boulevard, including the entire intersection. According to WSDOT's website, the project is expected to be finished sometime in May. That's not the only project beginning next week. Crews will begin work on La Crosse's South Avenue. This project will put in 3 roundabouts at West Avenue, 16th Street, and Ward Avenue. There are also pedestrian crossing improvements. WSDOT expects that project to wrap up in the fall. A new Xcel Energy plan wants to help some households pay their electricity or natural gas bills. The company has sent the state's Public Service Commission a proposal that would give $5 million a year in relief for lower-income customers. An Xcel official says 20,000 customers are currently enrolled in the Wisconsin Home Energy Assistance Program. He estimates 10,000 of them will meet qualifications to be automatically enrolled in Xcel's plan. He says to pay for the program, Xcel customers would see a very small monthly bill increase.
The residential affordability program we propose would be funded by all customers at a cost of about $1 a month for a typical residential customer. And really the goal is to lower eligible customers for the program, lower their bills so that it's no greater than 4% of their annual household income.
Each customer would receive a max benefit of $600 a year for each Xcel service. Zeke says they expect the program will be approved and launched before the start of next heating season. USDA and the Hunger Task Force want to help seniors get the nutrition they need. With the monthly Senior Stock Box program, seniors will get access to fruits and vegetables, protein, pasta, Wisconsin cheese, and more, all free of charge. The Hunger Task Force's executive director says over 1,500 seniors in La Crosse County are eligible, but only 250 are using the program. She hopes more eligible seniors will take advantage of the program once food share benefits drop.
With the food share dollars going down as of March 1st, seniors who are on the food share enrollments are going to see their benefits drop drastically. So this is a box that we can provide to help them out.
That program applies to La Crosse and Vernon County seniors age 60 and older with a monthly household income below $1,580 a month. The income caps rise with the number of people in the household. You can sign up for a box or sign up to volunteer by calling the Hunger Task Force at that number on your screen.
Absolutely.
Onalaska police officers went wild for wings tonight for a great cause. The annual Cops Gone Wild event at Buffalo Wild Wings raised money for Special Olympics Wisconsin. And the highlight of tonight was a wing eating contest. Special Olympics athletes, supporters, and law enforcement officers dug in for bragging rights and a trophy. A sergeant for Onalaska's police department says he's glad he can help these athletes get to the state competition.
They are some of the best athletes. They are all about sportsmanship, and winning isn't the most important thing. They root for each other even though they're competitors, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, and I think a lot of people should watch that and see exactly how they carry themselves and how they conduct themselves.
Tip donations earned by officers and a portion of all food sales tonight will go to Special Olympics Wisconsin. Great cause indeed. Well, there's one police officer in Warrens who befriended an entire class of students. We will meet this month's hometown hero from Monroe County after the break.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Winter is here.
And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
That's why we have insurance, to help with the unexpected accidents that are not your fault.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we'll help you get the insurance settlement you deserve to pay your medical bills, your lost wages, and get your life back on track.
If you're injured, call us.
Call Bygoff and Rohde.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
It's the 25th Annual Polar Plunge, Saturday, March 4th at the Black River Beach in La Crosse. Help raise money for the Special Olympics Wisconsin. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. with opening ceremonies at 11. The La Crosse Leopold Days celebration takes place March 4th at the Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife and Fish Refuge Visitor Center.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
What makes a hero, and how do you know someone is one? Well, students at Warrens Elementary School will tell you they've got the answer. February's Hometown Hero features a sergeant from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office who was nominated 11 times by this group of 11-year-olds.
He really just wants to keep the community safe.
Flip through the pages of a comic book and it's likely you'll find a hero.
Let's continue reading. Yes.
If you ask the 5th graders at Warrens Elementary, they'll tell you there's one that visits their classroom all the time.
I enjoy interacting with kids and building those positive relationships.
This hero doesn't wear a cape.
He's made for the badge because in Badger, there's Badge.
Sergeant Marcus Adam Badger.
When people's days are bad and he comes in, just lights it up.
He wasn't always the man of the hour.
The first time he visited, I was a little like, why is he here?
But it's hard not to admire this member of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
I look around and all I see is smiles and laughs and stuff.
In more ways than one.
A lot of my girls in here think he's very handsome. Look at their faces.
For Sergeant Badger, his uniform represents building a connection with everyone.
It's a job we all do because we love it and we enjoy it and we want to serve the people that are in Monroe County. And for me, it's just another day I get to enjoy at work, and like I said, it's fantastic that this has happened.
Down to the youngest members of his community.
Have you seen him change somebody's day here who was having a bad day?
He's changed mine.
That's what a hero does.
Reporting in Warrens, Dua Esrar, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Dua. Sergeant Badger says he hopes to encourage other members of the Sheriff's Department to build strong and positive relationships with kids as well. If you know someone in your community who goes above and beyond, you can nominate them as a hometown hero. You can just fill out the form on our website at news8000.com. Still ahead, one lucky student got to see her school from a different perspective. The priorities of Southern Bluff Elementary School's principal for a day after this.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. We're saying goodbye to today's messy storm, but a lot of energy out to the west. And I'm going to track a disturbance heading our way for tomorrow night. I'll detail it with my 8-day forecast after the break.
If anybody asks me, like, why should I come work for Phillips, it's just more like a family. If you want to be a part of a family and a growing team, it's a place to be.
Phillips is hiring administrative assistant and sales consultants. Love what you do. Go to phillipsoutdoorservices.com for more information and to apply.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months plus $1,000 in open trade assist on Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
February is Career and Technical Education Awareness Month.
In the next 10 years, our area will need to fill over 15,000 jobs requiring a technical education. From healthcare to carpentry, these careers are in high demand.
Minnesota State College Southeast and News 8 want to encourage awareness of career and technical education programs and their many benefits.
Go to southeastmn.edu to learn more. Minnesota State College Southeast and News 8, keeping our community educated.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
It's time for the final vote for Best of La Crosse County. Vote in each category now through February 28th. We'll announce winners in each category on April 3rd. Vote for your favorite business today at bestoflacrossecounty.com. Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
What makes Phillips unique to me is that I never come into work feeling like a number. Ben, Brianna, Tyler, everybody in the office, they really just make coming in every day enjoyable, and I think that's really important.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A Southern Bluffs second grader is principal for the day. Today's principal, Ava Hammes, had a busy day ahead of her. She had to read to different classes, help out at lunchtime and recess, and even got to meet with a counselor and the superintendent to share her ideas. Ava says she was excited and nervous to take on the job.
My friend Rachel was custodian for a day, and she got to see where the candy apartment was, so one of the things I was telling her that I might call her down to the office and have her show me where the candy apartment was.
That's the burning question, isn't it? Ava says she was most excited to read to one of the classes. Southern Bluffs actual principal, Maggie Main, says it's a great way to get kids excited about education.
As she has stated to me, she is interested in teaching, so she gets to see the other side and how the whole school kind of runs on a daily basis. So that's really fun for her.
It's also a fundraiser for the school's PTO. Principal for a Day and other silent auctions raised over $10,000 for the school this year. Time to switch it up, talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, it almost took the entire month, but we actually hit average today in terms of a high of 38 degrees. That's right on average, and that doesn't happen very often, and that's why I say the word average instead of normal. You won't see that on my almanac because to me there's no such thing. Our average high is just the average over the past 30 years of all the high temperatures in La Crosse for that date. So are you following me? Probably a little steep for 10, what time is it, 15, 10:18 for math. But anyway, for the month, 10 days have been below average, 16 have been above average, and 1 today right at average. And this followed a stretch of mainly cold days last week and through Saturday, and then 40 degrees on Sunday. All right, speaking of that almanac, There's the numbers for today. 38 the high. Again, there's the averages, 38 and 19. 34 was the low, so not all that cold at all this morning, and that's why it stayed rain here in the immediate La Crosse area. Look at the record, 62 in 2016, so not too long ago. 21 below. That was a long time ago in 1879. Now look at the moisture, almost 9/10 of an inch of rain here in La Crosse. So for the month, we are about an inch above average, and for the year, so this is just January and February, 4.30 inches. That is almost 2 inches above average. Now for the snow season, they go back to the fall months as well, 41.7 inches, and we're about 6 inches above average for the snow season. 35 degrees, cloudy skies, at least we're dry now. 36 at the station, feels like 26 with a rather blustery northwest wind. 33 for you folks in Eau Claire with a wind chill of 24. Again, winds out of the west-northwest at 12. And the rivers, the smaller creeks and streams have risen quite a bit from this rainfall today, especially over northeastern Iowa and southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures generally in the lower to middle 30s, including that 33 in Eau Claire, 35 in Black River Falls, Sparta, and here in La Crosse, 33 in Viroqua, 37 in Boscobel. Again, winds out of the northwest, 5 to 15, gusting to 25. And that is producing wind chills in the 20s. So again, a little blustery. Now, clouds left behind, but that storm system now well to our east. We will see some partial clearing overnight as this clearing comes in from the west. Here's the next disturbance, much weaker, but that's going to bring some snow shower chances tomorrow night and into part of our Wednesday as well. Sky Tracker will show that mostly cloudy tonight, but again, we could see some stars overnight, early tomorrow, before clouds kind of re-thicken. Now, as we head into tomorrow evening, a band of snow lifts back into the area, maybe 8, 9 o'clock here in La Crosse, and then it kind of lifts to the north into Wednesday morning, but could be fairly intense for a short time before it tapers into tomorrow afternoon with just some leftover flurries. So Snow Tracker showing most spots less than an inch of accumulation, but maybe an inch or two up near Eau Claire and especially north, especially along and north of Interstate 94. So something we'll watch tomorrow evening and into Wednesday morning, because an inch or two of snow could definitely slicken up the roads across some areas. So for tonight, 26. Breezy with a mostly cloudy sky. Tomorrow dry during the day, highs around 40. That chance of snow showers not until tomorrow night and into especially Wednesday morning. Might mix with some rain showers in spots with that high of 39. Then mainly dry Thursday through the weekend with fairly seasonable numbers in the mid to upper 30s, even some low 40s on Sunday. And then a little unsettled Sunday night through Tuesday of next week, at least slight chances for some light rain or snow showers. So Mother Nature is just keeping us busy these days.
Yeah, they sure are. All right, thank you very much, Bill. Still ahead in sports, the Bucks may have a new co-owner and picking up the pace. A look at the MLB's new pitch clock that I'm sure we're all going to love. Kate is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
The extreme winter weather has kept shoppers from our showrooms. Now millions of dollars in furniture and mattresses must be sold. Now everything is on sale. Get 10% off sale prices plus free shipping. The Snow Emergency Sale now at Home Furniture.
Get in a Jeep today at Pischke Motors in La Crosse or Pischke Motors in West Salem.
During the President's Day sales event, you'll save over $5,000 on select 2023 Grand Cherokee L's. With 3 rows of seating, this highly versatile Grand Cherokee L is perfect for the whole family to enjoy. Hurry into your Jeep 4x4 headquarters and test drive one today, because this offer ends February 28th.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Jeep.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe. As a lawyer, Kelly defended child sex predators who posed as ministers in order to prey on vulnerable young girls. They lured young children to locations they believed to be safe, only to sexually assault and molest them. And Dan Kelly defended those monsters. Do you want someone like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
Home Seasonal Concepts is now open with the largest selection of outdoor furniture on sale. Plus, get a free fabric upgrade on custom or special order cushions and slings from Homecrest Outdoor Living and Tropitone. And free shipping now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
Well, in case you missed it, on Saturday night, we had 4 of our area wrestlers secure first place at the WIAA state tournament. Now, one of those wrestlers became just the 25th wrestler in state history to win his 4th state title, and the moment was pretty special. Prairie du Chine's Rhett Koenig was trailing much of his match during the Division II 138-pound finals. It was tied with 30 seconds to go, but Koenig intentionally let his opponent up, and it would now trail by a point. And then with just 10 seconds left in the match, Koenig got in deep on a shot and would earn the takedown. And then seconds later, the clock hit 0. And the rest was history. The entire Kohl Center on its feet, giving him a much-earned standing ovation. He jumped into the arms of his dad, who happened to be one of the coaches, and then took off to the stands to find the rest of his family. When I was able to catch up with him to speak about, he spoke about all of his hard work and how it paid off.
You know, the decisions I had to make, the nights, those sleepless nights where I'm thinking, can I do it this year when everyone's expecting you to do it? You have all that pressure, and you know, I'd regret it the rest of my life if I didn't get up every day and work my hardest towards that goal and I didn't accomplish it. I didn't want to live with the regret of knowing, wow, you're 20 seconds away from a 4th state title. What could you have gotten an extra lift in, an extra practice in, and could you have gotten that done if you would have just had a little bit more motivation?
Now his season isn't over. Koenig and the rest of the Prairie du Chine team are competing at the team state tournament this weekend at the UW Fieldhouse. And Koenig said on Saturday that he would give up his individual title if it meant bringing home a team title for the Blackhawks. And some big news out of Milwaukee today. According to ESPN's Tim Bontemps, Milwaukee Bucks co-owner Mark Lasry has reached an agreement to sell his portion of the Bucks to Cleveland Brown owners Jimmy and Dee Haslam. The deal is still pending league approval, but it would be the second highest valuation ever for an NBA team, sitting at a $3.5 billion valuation. Lasry helped buy the Bucks in 2014 at a 25% stake, and since then the Bucks have turned into a real powerhouse, with Giannis being one of the most premier players in the NBA. For the Haslams, the Browns haven't had a ton of success in the NFL, but it's no secret that they're willing to throw money at the franchise in hopes of improving it. And if he brings that same attitude to Milwaukee, then who knows what the future holds for the Bucks. And checking in on the Minnesota girls high school basketball tournament over in Rochester at the Mayo Civic Center, our La Crescent Hoka Lancers fell a little short to Goodhue, losing 72-50 when Winona Cotter moves on to the next round, winning 48-43 over PEM, and Rushford Peterson fell to Randolph 48-40. All right, spring training is in full swing across the MLB, and of course the Brewers are taking camp down in Arizona and the Twins down in Florida. The teams will have a month filled with spring training games to get ready for opening day in late March. The rosters for the most part are set, but this is a chance for the young prospects to show the team what they've got in hopes of being called up down the road. Like last year's first-round draft pick for Milwaukee, Eric Brown Jr., who hit a home run in his first spring training game over the weekend. And if you tune into a spring training game, you may notice a little change in pace, and that's because new to the MLB this year, there will be a pitch clock. After receiving the ball from the catcher or umpire, pitchers are required to begin their motion within 15 seconds if the bases are empty, or within 20 seconds with runners on base. There are also rules in place to make sure the batter is set and ready in the box quicker. Now, this may take some time to getting used to, but this is a change that will speed up games and make it more appealing to today's sports fans. Now, Ken, I haven't been able to watch a full game, but I've seen clips on social media. It looks like this is going to be a real help. What were your thoughts?
Absolutely. I think some of the average times so far have been like 2.5 hours for a full spring training game. So we're shaving at least 45 minutes, if not a full hour out of games.
And there were clips of old pitchers before the pitch clock just taking forever. This will be great. All right, we'll have more news right after the break.
Morning. Who said that? Whoa, where did that come from? Floating money.
Funny.
Good luck out there.
Enjoy time with your family by financing your adventurous side with Union State Bank. Whether you are looking to finance your dream home, boat, snowmobile, UTV, vehicle, or camper, we can make your dreams become a reality. Contact one of our lenders in West Salem or Black River Falls for all your loan financing needs. Make life even more enjoyable by banking with Union State Bank. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. Now, get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Are you throwing hard-earned money out the window? Stop wasting your money on inefficient windows that are old, drafty, and have no warranties. Choose your home improvement company to get energy-efficient, maintenance-free windows with a double lifetime warranty. Call or schedule your free estimate online and get 10% off your entire project. We're offering financing as low as 2.99% or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Taco John's.
It's time for the final vote for Best of La Crosse County. Vote in each category now through February 28th. We'll announce winners in each category on April 3rd. Vote for your favorite business today at bestoflacrossecounty.com. Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Hey, lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
After nearly 30 years away, panels from the AIDS Memorial Quilt are on display at UW-La Crosse. The memorial quilt, which if put end to end would stretch over 55 miles, is the largest ongoing memorial in the world. It's designed to educate and inform people about the HIV and AIDS epidemic. The panels are designed to memorialize those who died of AIDS in the 1980s and 90s. The gallery's director says she hopes this display encourages students to learn the story and see how it applies today.
At this point in history, the panels are historical. They're a good example of how the arts were used to draw attention to a social issue, and people are still making panels.
Some of the panels include La Crosse residents who died from the epidemic. It's also a part of UWL's Arts Fest, and students can work on making their own panels both today and tomorrow. The quilt will be on display at UWL's University Art Gallery through April 7th. We'll be right back.
Pilgrims was great. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, they united around me from HR down to the people on the floor. They helped me get through the rough times. Pilgrims is not just a job, it's a career path.
Oh, that's full service. Pull in there, Michelle. Oh, yeah, okay.
Fill her up?
With the good stuff.
You got it.
Oh, and can you check the oil too, please?
Sure. That car has no oil.
At Sleepy Hollow, we are your full-service dealership.
February is Career and Technical Education Awareness Month.
In the next 10 years, our area will need to fill over 15,000 jobs requiring a technical education. From healthcare to carpentry, these careers are in high demand.
Minnesota State College Southeast and News 8 want to encourage awareness of career and technical education programs and their many benefits.
Go to southeastmn.edu to learn more. Minnesota State College Southeast and News 8, keeping our community educated.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
My wife and I were driving with our dog, and a tractor trailer at full speed ran a red light and just creamed us.
After my parents were in the accident, we realized that we needed a law firm that we could trust. And that's when we decided to hire Schwebel, Getz & Sieben.
I can completely and confidently say that we made the right decision hiring Schwebel, Getz & Sieben. They did a wonderful job for us and really helped us when the chips were down.
Call or visit Schwebel.com today for a free consultation.
Working Pilgrims has been working super nice, very convenient for me and my family. Especially on this job, I have a CDL driver license. Pilgrims is more than a job, it's a career path.
Not overly cold tonight, lows in the 20s, blustery northwest winds though. Watch out for some leftover slick spots, especially on secondary roads tomorrow, otherwise increasing clouds. And again, I'm tracking another little chance of snow showers tomorrow night into part of Wednesday.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.